Welcome, everyone. This is Glenda Dawson, and you're watching channeled messages from the Council of Nine, Council of Light, or whatever other council or light beings decide to give us messages or coordinates so we can travel to remember who we really are, remember where we came from, um, start maybe even the memory of what the gifts that you have, and also just messages in general that are meant for somebody specific. We do not know who. We don't really need to know who, but these messages are for people that it will hit, it will resonate, and they will understand what is meant and what is said to them. Now, for those that have no idea what's going on, or do not understand the process, I'm going to quickly just give a little explanation. Myself and the members that are here today, there's one member. Uh, we get channel and we light beams, and when this occurs, we get coordinates. Now, we don't know where these coordinates are going to take us, but the coordinates take us to different places they want us to experience again because we have all been there. We have been to the moon. We have been to planets from other universes. Uh, We have been in Middle Earth. We have been all over the place to obtain different lessons, different growth spurs. Our souls require different experiences so we can grow and continue to ascend our souls. We're not talking about humanity in general, each an individual soul. So we do this to bring this remembering codes. When you travel with us, if you do not know how to travel, if you do not understand the process, which is okay, nobody has to, you could just set the intention to go where we go. And when we get a coordinate, some of us see exactly the same thing, some of us don't. But that's okay because my remembrance codes may be different than Jazz's remembrance codes. And it could be different than your codes because we each remember something different in this lifetime, in this moment. And we may need to ignite the memory of something else or the remembrance of something different so we could continue to ascend and our energy could continue to go up and not just go to the fifth dimension or not just ascend in general, but ascend further. Get humanity, get all living things, get Mother Earth, which is a living thing, raising the vibrations so we could all continue to grow together, evolve. Now, excuse me, you're going to, if you haven't noticed, I do have a little laryngitis and a little cough, and I apologize for that. But I did not want to stop doing this. I wanted to bring this because we feel it's important towards the end of the year, before we start the new year, that we um, bring whatever messages they have. With that being said, I need everyone to close their eyes and take nice, deep, slow breaths and bring yourself into a peaceful, meditative state so you can receive also the codes and just go wherever we go. Now I open the floor to the member that is here with us today, and she has the initiating coordinates.
10, 18, 21, 2, and 3. 10, 18, 21, 2, 3.
Thank you. Now, for me, and is my experience. As soon as the coordinates were given, I felt myself rising. I saw my body here. I'm still seeing my body, sort of. But I also see now Earth from way out in space. So I see the planet, and it kind of looks like I'm floating around. Uh, and I see Earth, blue planet, and I'm so slowly seeing it smaller and smaller and smaller. So that to me, of course, signifies that I am traveling someplace else. I am seeing in deep space, seeing different. Um, uh, there's a lot of space junk up here at this moment. But once you get past that, there's, stars that you can see brighter, and there's other planets. I'm trying to, I'm already past the moon. I'm already past the atmosphere, completely close to Earth. So they are obviously giving me a ride someplace else, which is a little different. Usually they just take us there, or at least I'm just like there, boom. But this time they want me to experience the beauty that is in outer space. And there is a lot of beauty. There's a quietness, but there's like a lot of vibrations. I feel like a humming vibration, which is very soothing, very calming, peaceful. And it's also giving off a lot of healing um, type of vibrations, best way I could say a frequency. And now I don't know if you're experiencing the same thing or
Oh,
not. And so go ahead and
okay. There's a great deal of thunder and lightning on the planet I'm on. There's a great deal of mountains underneath that you can see when the lightning flashes. The sky turns a deep purple when the lightning ignites. Is water on this planet? There is a river that is flowing, and it's raging water, as in when the mountains have the snow melt off in the spring, where all you have is influx of water. So it's
Mhm.
that kind of flushing, raging um, type of movement. And we've been exposed to a whole lot this past year, not all of which has been pleasant or positive in nature. And this river is giving us a chance to purge any and all negative experiences, negative energies that may have surrounded us or tried to tap into us inappropriately, not respecting boundaries. This water has great healing potential, but it's not that soft, quiet radiance that we sometimes experience. This is a rush. It's moving extremely fast. Um, and it's carrying away millions and millions and millions of people's um, negativity. Um, the surrounding land, I don't know whether it's night or whether it's just dark there,
Hmm.
Um, but it's when you have the flashes of lightning, and the lightning storm is just, um, people might see it as violent, especially considering the water. But lightning storms can be very beautiful to watch and observe. Um, when their light is cast, you can see um, some of the landscape
Hmm.
around us. I sense you're with me, and
Hmm.
um, there are Arcturians approaching on a craft that I see in the sky, landing, and now they've disembarked.
Yes. And, so while you were talking, I slowly just flew, continued flowing, and just arrived uh, basically next to you. And where I see them landing, it looks like the only flat space of the area we're in. It's like a, for comparison, like a helicopter patch type of thing, where it's just right there. Um, and they landed, they are out of their spacecraft, and they basically said we were wondering what you ladies were doing, so they came to visit.
Hmm.
Um,
There's a large quantity of them. I mean, it's not just like one or two. There's we're kind of joyride.
uh-huh.
I said it's not
Um,
like it's like it's a whole shebang of them that have decided to come.
mhm. So while you were talking, it was kind of just sitting on the ground for for intent purposes, the ground. And I was just looking at the lightning and the beauty of the effects of that color of lightning.
Hmm.
Um, it was just so surreal, so it's just energizing too. And some of them are also just watching the lightning. Like looking at it and they're doing the exact same thing, and then others like they keep coming more and more and surrounding us here. Anyway, but I think this is more like a way of them showing to us that we could be different, but still like the same things, be able to enjoy um, the wonder. Because there is one or two that are just going like in, of course, in their third eye or talking in their mind telepathically. They're just like, wow, this is beautiful. But in a way, so I could understand what they're saying and then using our phrasing. You know, and it's very interesting. Uh, at first, it's a little overwhelming the amount, like you said, that are joining. Um, not because of anything, but just the large number. Um, I think they were just worried because they monitored this planet. They didn't realize we are just here in peace and just to figure out what we're here.
I think the great purging drew them.
Mhm.
The purging of that immense volume of negativity. Um, mm, there are enough people watching, and those of us who do this work, that we can kind of gather up massive amounts of it and channel it into the water. I don't know how we can do that, but we can. Um, and the Arcturians have come to witness to this for sure, but also to lay the foundation and seeds for the new year coming, the new uh, the new fresh white wonderful pure souls that have been divested of all this negativity.
Mhm.
um, they want us to start with excitement. um, a lot of times when people start new endeavors or new slate, clean slate, um, they do so with kind of a tiptoe, like, oh, put one little toe in and see what happens,
Mhm.
and maybe not,
Mhm.
maybe I'll pull it back. But they want us to be excited about this endeavor and to
Mhm.
embrace it and to fully plunge head, foot, soul, everything. Um, like you're all in gambling, well, you're going to be all in this new growth.
Mhm.
Um, and if you allow yourself to do that, um, the abundance that follows, not just financially, but abundance within your life from all the different aspects that there are,
Yes.
will flow very freely. If you are uh, timid about jumping in, that flow becomes restricted, and there's no reason for it to be restricted. Um,
Mhm.
that which might have interfered has gone down that river, and been transmuted. So you don't have to hold on to the fear of the old uh, interfering with what's happening in your life right now.
Yes. Yes. And as you were talking, I saw the Victorians all of a sudden, for intents purposes, build a jumping board, like if you were in a pool,
Mhm.
and they just said, "Go ahead." And so I jumped a couple of times and just down the cliff right into the water, came out, and the water had taken away any residual that I had not been able to get rid of. And it gives you a lot of energy. And when I did that, it was a like symbolism for the excitement of the new year, for the excitement of what's coming new. Um, and I also heard that those that are stuck or feel stuck in something, there's always a way to change it, to adapt it, to manage it, to make it better. So you do not go down with it. So you can look forward to a healthier you in all ways, not just, physically, but in mentally, emotionally, physically, of course, spiritually, and, even energetically. Not to, when the invention of the new year came along, it was meant to leave the old behind that does not serve you any longer and to start fresh with fresh ideas and be happy about it and be um, passionate about it and go in all the way. Take chances. Be aggressive towards your happy future, your healthy future. Don't allow things from the past to hold you back. Don't let fear hold you back. Don't let disappointment hold you back. Don't think that because something occurred the way it did before, that it's going to occur again. Change the pattern. Change the way you're thinking. Change from a negative point of view to a positive point. Right, setting boundaries, allowing yourself that listening to yourself. Excuse me. And just moving forward.
As you've been speaking, there are veins in the ground that are being supercharged by the lightning. And it's beautiful to see this light uh, pretty much on a constant wave um, through all the different cracks in the soil. And it's
Mhm,
emanating more and more light um, as as we face challenges and set a new course for ourselves
mhm,
that we're not going to repeat behaviors that have kept us stuck in the past.
mhm,
Um, when you were talking about being stuck, an image uh, of a foot in the ground and you not being able to get it out, and then molasses filling in, and the ground becoming like quicksand. So you're kind of faced with, okay, do I sink in the molasses or do I make cookies? How about making ginger cookies? I mean, I'm not making this up. Um, you know, it's how you perceive
mhm.
what you're in at the moment.
Right.
It can look negative to thousands of people. It doesn't matter. If you perceive it with the opportunity to
Mhm,
make cookies out of it,
right.
um, you can your own perception, but the perception of others about what they see as the possibilities um, in the circumstance. And once you've set that tone
Mhm,
or that ball in motion, it gives other people strength to follow suit.
mhm. Exactly. And it's, no saying, but everything is opportunity. So you could either look at it as a bad thing occurring to you again, or take the wisdom and the lessons and make it something else. You know, that's why the saying, the term, you have lemons, make lemonade,
Mhm.
that kind of thing. Whatever you have, create something that is better for you. And cookie sounds good, right? So,
But, and it's interesting, like I said, there's these veins of light that are, creeping up through the ground.
mm-hmm,
But as that's been happening, the Arcturians are setting a circus-like stage. There's a merry-go-round, or what we would term a merry-go-round, um, and there's so much more beautiful. It's just saying. Um,
oh, uh-huh.
even the circus quality, and I say circus loosely, um, there's a festiveness about what they're doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's kind of celebrating like, oh, somebody finally figured it out, or finally got it.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's listening to us. Oh, um, I obviously say that in jest, not sarcasm.
Right, right.
But it's recognizing that the truth is spoken, and it's a time and cause for celebration when people recognize that there's a truth beyond what they've lived, and there is
Mm-hmm.
a truth in their becoming.
Yes. Yes. That sometimes you do need to take those same lemons that you used to make lemonade with, and you now make lemon meringue instead of lemonade.
Mhm.
So it's how you see and what you do with what you got. And if you continue looking in a more positive way and shedding the negative as best as you can, starting new, you will be able to attract more positive and take you to a different level because you're not being held down by the negative that's anchoring you down. And getting to the circus, there's a lot more fun energy. The
Mhm.
second you even look at it, it's like right away you smile, your inner
Mhm.
child is like going, "Oh, I'm having fun." Even if you're not in it, you just
I
look
want to
at it.
ride in the merry-go-round.
Right. And that merry-go-round has in itself is producing energy that is carrying higher vibrations, higher frequency.
Mhm.
And everything is just so much more.
Vibrant.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Um, and it took them no time to put it together. You know, um, we would have taken a few years to put whatever they have, but here it's just a second or two, boom, basically.
Mhm. It's, I think what I'm experiencing at least is with all of the darkness that um, I initially perceived with the water and the rushing and the deep purple sky, et cetera, et cetera. This is kind of the antithesis that with the purging being gone, this is what is possible.
Mm-hmm.
This is the light that wants to guide, that wants to um, be planted in the heart so that growth can uh, occur and continue to occur uh, for lifetimes.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. A lot of times we're led to places with crystal dynamics and or opals or emeralds or sapphires, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and this is a different energy.
Mm-hmm.
It's familiar, but it's unique. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. It's unique. It's not
Mm-hmm.
um, because it's star um, stardust fed. It's fed from the cosmos, greater
Mm-hmm.
cosmos, um, rather than something that was bound in the Earth or planets.
Right.
This is sky energy, if you will.
Mm-hmm. And it's it's feeding us a lot more, if I could explain it that way. We are re-energizing at a faster rate, um, and remembering things at a faster rate. I feel my whole body just connecting things, and I'm not just saying my physical body in general. It's connecting things that I didn't even know I had to connect. Every single time now that I look up and see a lightning bolt, per se, that purple violet type of color that it's glowing goes like an energy wave, and I feel things um, being activated, things at a new level, um, and just, and I shouldn't say just, but it's different than when we are presented with crystals or present with huge crystal monuments or um, more earthly based stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
I think some of it can be described, if you will, as um, crystal energy and what we've experienced in the past. Um, there's a dimension to it,
mhm,
okay? Um, a tactile dimension. The
yes.
energy that we're experiencing does not have that same parameter around it or
Mhm,
um, there's nothing solid that encases it, okay?
right.
So therefore it's totally free and totally available,
Mm,
um, and totally a gift. I mean, it's just such a different way of looking at um, the cosmos, the where
yes,
wherever we are. Um, yeah,
definitely. Definitely. It just feels so different. And I'm definitely receiving the energy in a very different way. More, not just outwardly, but also inside it. It's like it's definitely activating things differently. I wish I could explain it, but the best thing I could do is like take two ends of something and it's being connected and plugged in. Um, and that's what it feels like on even on a spiritual level.
it's almost as if, and this is a poor comparison, but the ancients that Earth people would recognize as ancients,
Hmm.
um, and even ancient cultures and civilizations that have been long buried that are only beginning to be recognized.
Hmm.
That ancient wisdom, that ancient culture and knowledge, et cetera, is very similar to what we're experiencing. There was such developed, I can only use the word concepts uh, because I don't have any other word for it. Um, and all of that got layered over
Hmm.
time and got flattened out and forgotten.
Yep. Hmm.
And when we go to places of caves and crystals and other gemstones, uh, there are sparks. There are
Right.
deep sparks and deep veins to follow and whatnot. But this is more uh, ethereal, more
Hmm.
mm, encompassing.
Right. Which
It
was,
goes.
it still doesn't even touch the surface, but
Mm-mm.
that's as close as we could get with the vocabulary that humans are given. Um, but let's just say, wow.
Yeah, I mean, in other places we've been have been extraordinary and
Hmm.
left us befuddled, you
Right.
know. And this is in a whole different. I don't even want to use words like dimensions for, because again, there is some kind of perceived parameters to those
Right.
places.
Right. There's restrictions that way. This is beyond that. This is
Yep. Back
um
to, I don't know how to describe this.
no, 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 and that's the problem with the limited vocabulary. Um
Okay, now the Arturians are just laughing at us because they're having fun
yeah,
with this.
I know. I'm trying to explain this. It's beyond anything has been experienced, and yet you cannot fix it. You cannot put it in a bottle. You cannot hold on to it. It's just this continual process, basically, that there's no end to it. There's no measurement to it. There's no dimension to it. It travels anywhere, everywhere at the same time. Um, and they're still laughing. So I keep telling them, okay, give me a wording then that, you know, I could use.
I
Um,
I think it's an expression of unconditional love, and I've
mhm.
hesitated to put that label on it because people define that in all different kinds of ways that
Right,
they
right.
really don't know what they're talking about, but that's okay.
Mm,
Um, but it's that
yeah.
universality, it's that oneness, it's that
Mhm.
um, compassion and forgiveness and mercy and all of it balled up into one fabulous experience.
Yes. Yes.
Hmm.
Beyond words. Beyond words. That's it. It is beyond words. It's beyond words.
Hmm. Hmm. The Arcturians are starting to take down the tents in the
Mhm.
Ferris wheel.
They're like, okay,
Okay.
it's time. So,
Thank you, wonderful Arcturians.
yeah. And they're
You.
like, we're here whenever.
Hmm.
They're also telling me get to the doctor. Thanks. I will. Why don't you start putting this stuff on the doctor's brain so they figure it out?
That would be really helpful, by the way.
I know. I know. I'm just suggesting, you know? So, yeah, they're basically throwing us out now. They're like, we're going to take time taking everything down and getting ourselves settled, and you guys got to go. So, oh, they don't even want to flow away. They just want me to count down, go. Okay. Wow. I would have going to, I know why, because I was going to hang out a little longer. But they're like, oh, oh, okay. Somebody in the audience who's going to watch this, don't join the gym. Do plan B, invest in yourself. Otherwise, just an FYI. And You know who that is. And I don't need to call anybody out because I have a name, but I'm not calling it out. So um, don't join the gym, but invest in yourself otherwise. Okay. So why don't we get ready?
Mhm.
Taking nice deep breaths as I count down from five, five, four. We're coming slowly down back into our space. Three, two. You feel yourself coming back into your body and recognizing all of the sounds and smells and everything. Take a nice deep breath. And then one, you're fully back in, acknowledging that you had a great time. Because I don't know about you, but I did. So I'm acknowledging I had a great time and beautiful energies worked on me. Taking a deep breath. We're at 0, and you can open your eyes at any moment. I want to say thank you to everyone who's here every week, whether you watch this live or later on. Please do remember to like it, to share it. And if you have any questions, you could always get in touch with me through my website, glendasmagicalcreations.com. There's a contact button there. Um, and, we could talk about your experiences if you wish, or if you want to learn more about this, it's up to you. And please just have a great, safe New Year's. And we will see you the beginning of next year with a fresh start, fresh canvas, and a whole lot of passion and excitement. As always, we love you. Bye.